Good morning, my loves. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all been? It is shaking the table. It is your favorite empath, intuitive Kim the Goddess, here to bring your weekly random spiritual guidance. This morning, is it almost afternoon? I don't know. It don't matter. For my loves, if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, my love. I'm glad that you were spiritually guided. And I pray that this message does resonate with you and provide you with some clarity or some answers to the questions that you've been praying about, okay? Any information that you need about myself or this channel will be down in the description box below. Anything that I forget, anything that I forget to remember will be pinned down in the comments if they are open. So, if you're returning, hey, my loves, I love you guys so much. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your patience thus far. Please, please, please continue to share and spread the word so that we can grow our spiritual community here. I know I keep telling y'all I'm going to try to move this to the top of my list. And if y'all can see my board, it's on my board. It's right here. It's in front of me. But as y'all know, we're going through a lot of changes out in the world, out in our environment, in the atmosphere. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of shifts going on right now. So it's about moving, you know, being able to move, being able to adapt, being able to maneuver around those obstacles and being able to incorporate those changes into our daily lives and into our daily schedules, okay? So what we're going to do is get our love and light message. We're going to get some Archangel Oracle message, and then we will get an angel answer. So be thinking of your questions. I'll try to tap into the collective energy because I know there's a lot of questions going on right now. I did do the January, I didn't do January. I did 2021 forecast, and I didn't do January videos because I was sure about to start on February. I don't even know if I should I'm just going to move to February. I'm going to do, what I'll do is I'll do signs. I'll do elements, air, fire, water, and earth, and then I will move to doing February. There it is. And then I'll move to doing February readings. I do use my pendulum during my readings just to let you guys know I do have a spiritual connection with the divine. I am able to use my spiritual gifts to communicate with the divine and with spirit to get, I mainly use it for divine guidance. And that's it. I don't manipulate. I don't do any of those things because I don't play with God. I don't want God playing with me. I don't want God, So I try to keep it, keep it spiritual around here, okay? So as I just said, I will do the elements, air, fire, water, and earth. And then I'll get started on the February readings, okay? For those of you that are looking for twin flame updates, I felt like we needed a break. Because the devil card kept coming out, and that was obsession. A lot of times we get obsessed with love readings and what's going on in love, and we neglect the other parts of our life that we need to focus on. And we also don't realize that it's the law of attraction. So if there is something within yourself that it still needs work on, then the things that you're trying to attract, the things that you're trying to manifest are not going to come to you until you do that work. So as I stated, and this intro getting long, you have to be aligned. Y'all got to be aligned and centered, have that masculine and feminine energy balanced out, and get spiritually aligned. And also, number one, your intentions drives a lot of things, okay? So you have to be clear about what it is that you want, and you have to also be dedicated to doing the work. Dedication and devotion are two things that Spirit's been getting on me about, being dedicated, being devoted to what it is that you really, really, really want. Stay focused and stay centered and stay concentrated on the things that you want, not the things that you don't have, not the things that are out of your control. And that was the last spiritual message, was geared to control. Now, also what I want to tell you guys about, I'm gonna get into shuffling these cards, and I don't even have my laptop over here so that I can get the full scriptures, because they don't give the full scriptures of these cards. But there's a lot of And I gotta also overcome that as well. The competition. YouTube is a very, very competitive market. It's a very, very competitive area. And there's a lot of thievery that happens here. And I have to stop myself from commenting on other people's videos and stuff, because then you come off as a hater. It's just that it gets me upset, because we're trying to move into this new world, this new earth, this new era of balance and harmony, and you have people out there that are still manipulating the collective with these channeled messages and these spiritual messages, and that's something that I don't want to do. But I also noticed that they steal a lot of people messages, and if you're someone that watches videos, then you can pick up on it, and you know that, hey, this person full of crap. But it just got on my nerves, and I just had to. Spirit told me rest but don't quit, so here I am, okay? Because that really got on my nerves. It really was starting to get to me. All right, so let's get into our love and light message, Spirit. I know that got long, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make that intro and that spiel so long, y'all. But we're going to get into the spiritual message for the collective. All right, we got a message. Ooh, focus. What I just told y'all. All right, so I'm going to pull these other messages for y'all. This message says, focus on God's love. Focus on things that you can't control. The last message, I'm going to tag it. The last message was God's hands, God's plan, God's timing. And I saw somebody try to post that on their little community. Well, I block people, and it still come through on my YouTube feed. Spirit be trying to show me stuff, but I be blocking people, and it still come through. But that message for everything being in God's control, and they could be receiving the same spiritual message as well to deliver to the collective. But there's a thin line between authenticity and originality that takes place on YouTube. But let's get some Archangel message, and I'm going to let that go. Okay? And I'm going to get into this message. Ooh. It's what I just said to y'all in my whole little spiel. In my whole little spiel that I just gave to y'all. All right, let's get a couple Archangel messages for the collective, Spirit. What I just said. Let's get one more. All right. Basically, everything I just told y'all. It's everything that I just said. So the love and light message that we received today is focus on God's love. Can y'all see? Focus on God's love. The scripture is Ephesians 4:3. Make every effort to keep yourselves united with spirit, binding yourselves together with peace. Binding yourselves together with peace means balancing out, binding that masculine and feminine energy within yourself, and also making that bond with God and with spirit, with your inner spirit as well, so that you're fully aligned, so that the things that are going on around you don't affect you. Number one, you're not susceptible to certain situations, people, things that happen that come as a test. Number one, it changes your vibration and your frequency, but it also changes those obstacles and things that come towards you. They're on a different level versus when you're on the ground, and I don't want to say on the ground, but when you're on a lower level, those tests and those obstacles that come at you are going to be harder. They're going to be tougher because they're trying to uplift you. But once you're uplifted, those tests and those obstacles, they come. Number one, you're going to look at them differently, but they're going to be the same thing to elevate you higher, but it's not going to be as rough as if you're on that bottom level. Okay, so let me get into this message. Let's read. I wish I had my laptop so I can read the full scripture. But God, focus on God's love. So children feel joy when they're in the presence of love. For example, the love of a parent. In the same way, pure love is a beautiful, life-affirming gift from God, our Father, to all of us. That's a different conversation. If you're seeking love from another, the best way to attain this is to focus on God's love, which is powerfully real and unconditional. God can help you love yourself as He loves you. When you truly love yourself, then others can fully love you too. Spirit, thank you. So prayer is a wonderful way to bring love into your life. Let your prayer be one of trust, gratitude, and inner knowing that God will bring the right person into your life at the right time. Be patient. And when I tell y'all, based on personal experience in my life right now, God don't lie. God don't play. God told me the other day, a promise is a promise. And you got to hold on to that. You got to have faith in that. You got to trust that. And you got to be patient. Don't focus on things that are out of your control. And understand that if it's pure and real and unconditional love that you want, only pure, real, and unconditional things, and that's what this message is saying, it's going to come from God. So you got to let God handle that. You got to let God work it out for you, okay? All right, so keep going. And remember that it is worth praying to God for patience regarding this too. So what I want you guys to do is, and what I did within the last few weeks was I printed out a morning mantra, an affirmation, and I don't want to tell you guys what it is, but I say this mantra. I'm telling y'all, I say this mantra every morning 3 to 4 times to welcome the things that I want in my life into my life. I pray on them and I go about my day. And as I told y'all, it got to a point in my life where I can just simply think about something. I can just simply desire something. And because my intentions are pure, because I have those crystal clear intentions, God is going to give those things to me, and I don't have to do no work for it. Okay? All right. Just the only work I have to do is within myself and keeping this balance. Okay? So let's move on to the Archangel message. So some of you guys, is saying here, some of you need to find ways, I want to say think outside of the box and finding ways to relieve your stress. Think outside the box with finding ways to gain new and creative ideas. As I said in a previous message before, a lot of us, and including myself, I would be able to just go walk along the river, go to the river wall, and just sit there for like 30 minutes to an hour and just watch the waves, or just watch the birds, or just watch nature. And it would give me clarity, and I would be able to clear my mind of whatever it was that was in the forefront, so that I can focus on what it was that I can control, and focus on my top priorities and things that that matter more than what it is that I'm stressing about. So because we aren't able to do what we normally do, like go outside, or you can, this is what I want to tell you, you can just put on extra protection and limit the amount of time that you're outside. So before we would just be able to just be outside all day, you have to limit that time. Also try to do it during the daytime. Don't wait until the sun goes down to go outside. I'm not a medical physician. I'm not any of those things, but spiritually, I wouldn't recommend that. Try to do what you can before the sun goes down. Spirit gave me this message before. I'm talking about years before all of this happened. They told me to take care of what I could but while the sun was up, so that once the sun goes down, I can rest, my mind can rest, my body can rest. So take care of what you can take care of during the day. If it's a dire need for you to go outside, do that, but limit the amount of time that you're outside and wear protection. Okay, so if some of you are stressing because you're indoors and you want to get some fresh air, you can go outside on your porch. Just sit outside on your porch, or go outside in your backyard, or just take a walk around your neighborhood. But like I said, wear protection and limit the amount of time that you're outside. Okay, the next card that I have here is be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Everything that I just told y'all. Pray on it and have faith that God is gonna bring it to you, but you have to be clear about what it is that you want. And because we live in the society we live in now, and God is balancing that out too. If y'all notice, if y'all pay attention, God is balancing those things out too. But we often pray for money. We often pray for material things. Spirit and God does not deal in material things, because those are things of our realm, and those are things that man created. You have to pray for guidance to the right opportunities. God, please help me do the work within myself so that I am able to, number one, fulfill my purpose, but so that I can attract the opportunities to help me fulfilling my purpose and to help me get the things that I desire. But you have to be clear about what it is that you want. So if you're praying for money, and it's not coming to you, that's why. Pray for a job, pray for opportunity, pray for the knowledge to help you, take the steps to get where it is that you want, or help you to get those things. And then once we do the work and we are rewarded with those things, be mindful about how you use it. So let's just say you pray for this job, you do the work to get this job, and you get this job, and then you get your first paycheck and you go out and buy an outfit and go out to the club. Your intentions have to be clear, okay? Next, the next card is chakra clearing. So as I keep telling you guys, you have to be aligned. We have spiritual centers with. Okay, so that whole God is within us, the universe is within us. We are all a tiny little stone, and I'm going to use the word stone. We're all a tiny little stone that makes up this whole collective of the universe in our space, okay? The universe. But so when we're going to use Christmas lights as an example. When one bulb goes out, or when one bulb is malfunctioning, what happens? That entire string of lights will go out, or will, malfunction, or they won't work. So it's important that we keep all of those bulbs, all of those centers that we have within ourselves aligned and clear, so that we can, number one, receive the messages that Spirit and God is and our archangels are trying to deliver to us, but we're also able to manifest the things that we desire and the things that we want, and we're able to walk along our purpose. We have clear vision, we have clear thought, we're able to speak our truth, we're able to allow life to flow through us and around us, okay? All right, so moving on. This is a good message. So be clear about what it is that you want. Step outside the box. Begin to adapt and incorporate these changes into your daily lives. Number one, focus on the things that you can control. The things that are out of your control, give them to God. Focus on God's love. Okay? And understand that no one is going to love you more than God loves you, and that you love yourself. Always remember that, okay? All right, so think about your question. And I'm going to get some angel answers here for you. So Archangel Michael is here. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm going back to this. Archangel Michael is here, and that is the Archangel of Protection. So understand that if your desires are spiritually driven, if they are in spiritual nature, you have that protection. That's what Archangel, he's the top Archangel And his number one job is that protection. So ask for that protection. And that's what I do. Before I walk out that door, I ask God and my archangels to place a protection center and shield around me and my children, and let us make it home safe. Let us make it safely to our destination. Let us make it home safe. So you need to incorporate that into your daily practices as well, okay? But it's very, very important that you guys meditate and keep your chakras clear. That way you start to receive those messages. I'm going to take this bottom card too, Spirit. So the answers that I received were, if you believe, that unwavering faith. Number one, if you believe it's impossible, then it's impossible. If you believe that it's possible, it's possible. It's just that simple. That's not no magic trick. That's not no spell. That's not no, it's just plain. It's God's yoke is easy. We make things difficult. We complicate things. If you believe in what it is that you're praying for, then God's going to bring that to you. You're going to attract those things, okay? The answer is yes. For whoever's asking whatever question it is that you're praying for, I'm going to read the message for these cards. And it's up to you. Free will. That's something I want to speak to you guys about. Let me explain something to you guys. I'm not going to get deep. They're telling me don't get deep into this message. Okay, so God gives us free will. Anything outside of that, that's trying to control you, that's trying to manipulate your decision making, that's not God. Okay? I'm just gonna say that, and I'm gonna let it go. Okay? All right. All right. Let's read these messages, and then we're gonna wrap this video up. Also, y'all been seeing me say she. Okay, that's another message we'll get into later. But let's get into if you believe. So what you need right now is faith, that unwavering faith. You can have what you desire, but you must believe that it can be so. Stay positive and visualize the outcome you're hoping for. If you need something visual to look at every morning, those vision boards. That's why you hear these spiritual people talk about a vision board at the beginning of the year. You don't have to just do it at the beginning of the year. You can do it at any time, but make a vision board, okay? Set aside all negativity or pessimism in favor of a sunny outcome. The law of attraction brings to us what we expect to receive. If our perception is that we deserve great things, then we will attract happiness. If we fall into doubt and don't believe in our own self-worth, then our experiences will match that energy. Believe in yourself and your dreams, okay? Yes, but let's see what yes is. We already know what yes is, but the answer to your question is yes. If you want more detailed reply to your inquiry, you can ask additional questions and pull more cards. So what that means is get more specific about what it is that you're asking God or you're praying about. Be more specific. Don't ask, is money coming? Ask who, what, when, where, why. You can ask those questions, but your answer is yes to whatever it is that you're asking about, okay? Next, it's up to you. For me, that speaks on free will, but let's get into it. The end result of the situation you ask about is entirely in your hands. You can affect the outcome by taking a proactive approach to solving any challenges. Stand in your own power and have confidence that you have what it takes to bring about a happy ending. Do not wait. Do not wait for someone else to rush in and take charge. In order to come to a successful conclusion, this situation requires your unique perspective and experience. All right, my loves, that was a beautiful message. And that was fun. I need to get back to this. Rest but don't quit. Hey, we on it. But the main message that we have here, y'all, is focus, 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 focus. Be clear about what it is that you want to have faith in that, okay? I love you guys so much, and I pray this message resonated with you. If it did, please hit that like button. You can also hit the subscribe and the notification bell and hit all so that you're notified when I upload a video. You also have to stay logged into the account in order to receive those notifications. So I want you guys to please, please, please stay safe. I want you to be blessed and stay blessed because you are